about changing locations and shit. Man, into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way I made. Sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago. They ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool. I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace. I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend. We should try again. You been on my mind. You should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl. You know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny DeMoore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. And all the way over here to the right, I got my brother, Boss Cowboy. Really, Boss Show me, because you're going to have to show and tell with Boss, man. So how you living today, man?
Like you say, righteous. Righteous. I'm excited, man. And I'm, you called this yesterday. You did. You were seeing the rumblings, and you've been doing a good job of staying ahead. I just love how the community doing great work on this DC stuff. Not surprised.
I appreciate that, man. And like a lot of people said, well, here you called it. Like the writing was on the wall, man. When you're somewhere for a prolonged period of time, and you don't eventually get over the hump, something has to change. You can't be the voice and the leader over there for 10 seasons and you don't make it to a Super Bowl. At that point, regardless of we made the playoffs this many times, we did this, we did that, you're not going in the right direction. You can spin your wheels for another 4-5 years, but you haven't shown them anything to give them hope that you're gonna get that team over the hump. So if y'all are living under a rock, the reason that we have gathered here today is to mourn the passing of Shawn McDermott's head coaching career with the Buffalo Bills. That nigga is dead. That nigga is gone. He out of there. It's a wrap.
Oh shit, this nigga dead. Oh no, when this
got packed up real quick. Josh Allen done slimed his head coach out. God,
I know he did, man. Oh, crybaby. How you blow the game and he get blamed?
Man, listen, I wish all Dak Prescott had to do was cry and people give him sympathy, man.
Boy. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
If I was Dak Prescott, I'd be a crying ass nigga. Oh, man.
It'd be worse if he cried.
Oh, he already light-skinned.
Man, I'm talking about they will put all kind of holes in him, bro. We all know that.
Facts. Nah. Yeah, man. It's not right. Your quarterback, and listen, I'm not a quarterback win-loss guy as a stat guy. That shit is not, it don't correlate, man.
That's elementary.
Very elementary. So I'm not even a quarterback wins-loss guy. But if you have 4 turnovers in a game that you lose by 3 points, and one of the biggest turnovers of the game was when you unprompted try to lateral the ball back in your own side of the field, and they pick the ball up and kick a field goal to go up 10 points.
That's your fault.
Yeah, like I gotta put a lot of blame on your ass, man.
Yeah, that's your fault.
Like for real. Now, let's talk about it. Because the reason that I want to talk about Shawn McDermott, you know, he is a Jerry Jones kind of guy.
He's the type. He's the type.
Like, yes, he's the type that Jerry Jones covets. He's the type. What he say? Matter of fact, I ain't
He's
got
actually kind of a better quality version though.
Real talk though. Like,
yeah, so this would go ahead, man. I don't want to get ahead of
no,
it.
you're good. Just like I was gonna say, like, show of hands. If I had a gun to your head, you had to choose between the two, without me even telling you in detail about the two guys. Who would you be more interested in bringing in, Shawn McDermott or Jonathan Ganon?
Ah,
Shawn McDermott.
right.
Like, unprompted, I ain't got to look at nothing. You know, I'm saying Shawn McDermott.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is I'm actually going to let Jerry Jones explain himself, you know, because he talks a lot, so we got a clip. So here Jerry Jones talk about the kind of coach he likes bringing into Dallas. And if you listen to what he says, Shawn McDermott fits that mold.
Right. He fits.
But I particularly had a party when we got him to have him come in. And I was excited about having the uniqueness of his staff. The idea being you get, there is an advantage to having your proverbial, what kicked and still living to tell about it, having been hit in the foxhole and come on back and have a go. Okay. That philosophy has not worked several times around here, and y'all have had me advocate it for the last 30 years. I like to have guys that have had hard times, and then they come back and get a chance to redeem it. One of the best things about all of football is you get to redeem yourself both on and off the field. If you're still active in a player, it's a redemption thing. And you've got that, and it will cause a lot of what you've done not satisfactory to be forgotten. Football does that for people, coaches and players. And so I say to our fans, the way we've done it, I'll assure you that the way we've done it in the past, that alone will cause me not to do it that way now.
He lied.
That alone, that's simple logic. If whatever we've been doing to do it in the past we need to change that, that'll happen. That's what you have to do when you're doing it, making the...
Yeah, he lied because Ganon, if it was true, Ganon wouldn't even be in the final interview process. He straight lied. So, but anyway.
He definitely lied because...
McDermott different, though. Like, McDermott, and this is why Henny one of the GOATs in the space. I say that every time. He deserve it. He the fastest on the trigger on Twitter. He the fastest on news coming in, and now he the fastest on being able to put together content based on what's going on. And it's relevant content, it's winning content. Henny called. So like Shawn McDermott is different because he's not the failed coach, though. I wouldn't really categorize him. He's the fired coach, but is he the failed coach?
The only failure that he has is that team didn't make the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And so is that really a failure?
And those are lofty ass goals because
right.
he had to do something that had never been done before. They wanted him to win a Super Bowl in Buffalo.
Yeah. Buffalo. Never
happened before.
Right. And he's had some, sadly, he's had some wars against one of the toughest opponents, period, Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City was the Achilles heel of them getting over that hump, and consistently the Achilles heel. They really tried to even help Allen. They changed even the rules in overtime and all kind of things because KC kept being a team that was taking them out deep. Now, when KC taking you out and you going against the best quarterback and you going against one of the best coaches, that's the caliber of guy of McDermott. And can I tell a quick story real quick here?
Of course. We got all time in the world, brother.
So sometimes, man, blessings just hit you at the last second, man. Like opportunities hit you that you weren't looking for, right? Me having salespeople under me at a previous place I was, I kept what's called a farm. So I would always recruit even when I didn't need it, because if a need arose, I would then go to my farm, right? Of people that I met that I was impressed with. So if you washed my car, if you was working on my closet and you was a salesperson, or you was doing anything and I was impressed with you, I literally I would just keep a farm of people and I would keep in touch with them, so that if we lost a job, somebody quit, somebody got promoted, I would go to my farm and I bring them in. So one time I had a guy, I was impressed with him, real impressed with him, because he was a manager at this car dealership, and I was obviously doing a lot of deals at this car dealership because I was selling insurance. So they was referring me a lot of deals, right? So I was able to see up close who was the, rainmakers in that operation, So I created this a farm with one of the managers there, and he became real interested, right? So he got to the last interview, bro, and it was the last day. And then I was just getting ready to pull the trigger and hire this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the day I was finna hire this guy, right? I got a call from another one of my farm candidates, and he said, "Hey man, you still looking?" He said, "You still got a job opening?" And I was like, "Yeah." I said, "Your timing is good, right?"
Mm-hmm.
But this guy was a way better candidate because he graduated like me from the sales program at the University of Houston. He also graduated like me from the entrepreneurship program at the University of Houston. So my operation was very entrepreneurial, right? So I liked outside the box thinkers. So this guy was sitting right there like a Durante, like a Parker, like a Jim, right? In
Mm-hmm.
our scenario. And then right at the last minute, my McDermott came, Matthew Golden. This guy was named Matthew Golden. And
Mm.
so I just had to make the decision. I was like, damn, I was just finna pull the trigger and I rescinded it. You see what I'm saying? And that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like where we sit in the situation. And it makes me ask the question, Henny, what do we do? Do we get aggressive now, even though we at the end of the process with those other guys, and go with this guy with a super resume and try to get him in here? Do we slow down the progress we already got with these other guys because we look like we're trying to wrap it up, or do we pause it for McDermott?
We gotta pop the hood first. That's what I would say.
Good answer. Good answer.
I would pop the hood because the thing that the Runte have, is potential. The thing that Christian Parker has is potential. The thing that Jim Leonard have is potential, because we haven't seen them run a defense at the NFL level. So everything we're doing with them is about upside. What we think about their personality as coaches, their philosophies. Shawn McDermott, has a track record, so we can actually scrutinize what he's done if we want to. We can pull back and like, well, this defense was good here, but they struggled here. They did this, they did that. That's the beautiful thing about having a track record in the NFL already. We can go and do the Carfax.
Yeah. And I know we're getting ready to do that. Um, I'm also kind of calculating timing into this, because like we talked about this yesterday, that the longer we wait, now we starting to run a risk of some of the candidates that we vetted getting away, right?
Correct.
And so it's almost like, to me, do we do a feasibility analysis as well? Do we say that his name is already so good and there's already so many different head coaching vaults available? Do we make the calculated decision to say likely he's not going to be here anyway? We can try to kick the tires. He fits the proverbial, like Jerry said, got your butt kicked type of
Mm-hmm.
dude. But is he worth us kind of taking a risk on these other guys that's already kind of sitting here and we vetted them and we liking them? Like, what do we do?
I mean, you don't actually have to go through the process of a Zoom call with Shawn McDermott. He's Shawn McDermott. If you want him, you call him in. Same thing. Same way I feel like Raheem Morris. Same way I feel like Brian Flores. You don't have to go through the process of we gonna Zoom call you to get a feel for you. Then no, that you know who these people are. If you like what they stand for, bring them in, talk to them, and if y'all interests align, then you make it happen. You know what I
My
mean?
last question is, what would this say about Dallas if they don't? Cause see, I'm noticing a pattern. And I'm noticing a pattern of avoiding whales. You got a net, but you're showing me that your net is not meant for whales. Like you avoided the whales of Vrabel last year. Ben Johnson was a whale, you avoided him. Now you're avoiding the whale of Morris. You avoiding the whale of Flores. Uh, you avoiding the whale of um what's the guy with the Browns?
Jim Schwartz.
Schwartz. Like if we don't bring in no whales, like what does that say?
Shit, don't go chasing waterfalls, singing through the rivers. Hey man, I'm just saying, they ain't going. They ain't going, man. They going to what they feel they can get. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I wasn't expecting that.
They don't want it, man.
That boy hit his sad boy start singing waterfalls for you, boy.
Man, I'm just saying, man.
I mean, you need a clap button for yourself, boy.
Hey, also, in case y'all were wondering, if we can scrutinize Shawn McDermott for the defenses that he put on the field with Buffalo, you can. Because he's been calling the defenses for the Buffalo Bills for the last 3 seasons.
There you go.
Sean McDermott to call defensive plays 2023 and beyond. More things we learned from the NFL owners meetings. He lost Leslie Frazier. Leslie Frazier was the defensive play caller for the Bills, you know, while he was there. Also, we didn't give Leslie Frazier a fair shake. We used Leslie Frazier as a Rooney Rule guy, you know, and he's been helping coordinate 2 good defenses the last couple of years because he was with the Buffalo Bills and now he's with Seattle. So the Dallas Cowboys probably should have took Leslie Frazier more seriously when we had him in the building. But I digress about that.
And so, if somebody said their defense was awful, why would we want Sean? Yeah, that's why we Carfaxing right now. I don't know it all on this guy. We Carfaxing. And then I got a super chat. He said, "You think Sean would be a DC over head coach? 8 years as head coach?" I think at this point,
it depends.
It depends, right?
If he get an opportunity to be a head coach, of course he'll take it.
Right.
But if he doesn't want to sit out and he still want a nice little check, because defensive coordinators still make millions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if he still got bills to pay, he want a nice little check. He don't want to sit out a season and, you know, like Mike McCarthy did. He could get a DC job. So let's Carfax everything on the defense.
Yeah, Carfax time. Carfax.
Let's go for the scoring defense. Let's just do scoring defense first.
All right.
I'm going to go to NFL scoring defenses. Team rankings. That's the site I usually use. I'm going to go and shade it down to 2023.
You're not sharing your screen.
I know. I got to get
Oh, you pulling it up first. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just
all right.
My bad.
No, you good, brother? Because listen, that's looking out. That's being a freak.
Yeah.
All right, so let's screen share. So let's fact check it. Was his defense as bad? We're gonna look at regular season first, and then we'll look at postseason metrics and stuff, right? Because both matter.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember he started calling the defense in 2023.
Number 3?
They were the number 3 scoring defense in the NFL.
Okay.
They only allowed 18.7 points per game.
That's good.
All right, so for everybody asking,
check.
All right, 3 years, year number 1, top 3, right? Y'all can see that, right? I need everybody to put 3 in the chat box.
Yeah,
put 3 in the chat box. They
were
they
scoring defense 3.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let's see what it was in 2024. Remember, it's a 3-year sample size.
And I'm doing it with you. I'm doing it on my computer with you.
Bet. Because listen, I'm not going back to what he did with the Carolina Panthers. I don't give a fuck about what he did 11 or 12 years ago. The NFL plays offense and defense completely different. That is not going to be a good metric. But since he called defensive plays the last 3 years, well, we can look at that. So let's move to 2024.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, keep in mind as he doing that, we right now looking at the macro, which is the helicopter view. So whenever we do this, we know we're running a risk, right? Because see, this type of stuff does leave out details. It leaves out opponents. It leaves out injuries. It leaves out different things that don't paint the story of these numbers, but we getting a feel for them. That's what we're doing.
Facts. Now, they weren't as good, but they were the 12th best defense in the league.
Right.
They only allowed 21.6 points per game.
Okay.
Now, listen. If the Dallas Cowboys were only allowing 21.6 points per game this season,
We win 15 games.
we probably win 15 games. You're about 15-2, 14-3.
Yep.
You're still playing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
All right.
Can we? I know I'm pushing on this. Can you go back to 2023, man?
Not at all. What's up? I got
Go
you.
back to 2023, and if you don't mind, pull up the roster, the ESPN roster.
Oh, I can
I
do
want to
that. Hold
look
on.
at the guys. I want to look at who was on that squad. I want to see what he was working with on defense.
Bills,
And see, I
2023.
like Henny because this is my first time doing this. I love this, what Henny doing. He ain't call me. He say, bro, we always do our analysis privately. He say, this time we go do our analysis publicly. You know, this is one of the dopest ideas I ever heard with Henny. You know, where we don't know, but we going into it kind of like the process we'll go through behind the scenes before we even turn on the lives, you know. But he was like, nah, we go do it just raw. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, that's a good idea. I love this type of show.
Yes, indeed.
So, and because right now we Carfaxing him because we not acting like we know it all. Because that's why I've been doing these shows, bringing in people from those content creators from those teams who know these guys intimately, game in, game out. Did you have it up yet?
Let's see. So let me make sure that this is the right roster.
Because you can just change the year on it. Like when you get to this part, you can do. It's a drop down. It should have a year on it, where you can pick the drop down year. It don't have a drop down on it.
I don't see it. This doesn't mean that it's not there.
Damn.
Let me double check something.
Too, because then I can share my screen.
No, wait. It says 2023 stats. So yeah, this is the regular season.
Because I'm trying to see the players. Because I want to do that with both. Like what you're doing is he was showing the rankings and the rankings, and then it's like, what was his talent as well, you know?
All right, so here the defense.
Okay.
All right, so Terrell Bernard,
Dope.
140. He led the team with tackles at 143.
Yeah, we know him. He dope.
Jordan Poyer, he pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
All right,
I don't know to run at all.
All right, he's a former 4th round pick, 5'11", 192.
Okay.
No career No, he didn't have any interceptions this year, but he had 4 pass deflections on the season. Let's see. Just look like a regular guy, I understand.
Yeah. And you know, I don't want to dig too much. I want to get a surface view, just so if I can say, like, if we can look and say, damn, that on surface that look like a squad. All right, let me see.
Let's do it. Greg Oliver is good.
Yeah, and then Greg Russo, he had some hot times, and then he kind of teetered off.
But let me see they sack guys. Like they had Leonard Floyd this year, so they did have a double-digit sack guy. Ed Oliver had 9.5 sacks. That's great for a defensive tackle.
Yeah. That's a good year.
EJ Epinesa, who'll be a free agent this year, had 6.5 sacks.
And then isn't this the year they took Jordan Phillips? Like they took him from us. Is that this year, the 23 year?
Jordan Phillips was here in 2024.
Okay.
He was with Zimmer.
Okay. But he went back to Buffalo.
Yeah, he went back to Buffalo, so that'll be 2024.
Okay, so then Shaq Lawson
had a sack.
He ain't do nothing
in 16 games. Poona Ford was there. He barely played.
Yeah. I'm not seeing a lot of names on here, which is good. Like, you know what I'm saying? So basically it goes to the point where you look like you had a top 3 scoring defense without a lot of stars.
Yeah, you know, like Rasul Douglas is okay, but he's not like a premier cornerback or nothing like that. Taylor Rapp is you know.
He was Joseph a fan favorite coming out the draft. I remember him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, like, without being able to do a deep dive on the surface, I would say big plus for McDermott. Like, just being honest, because I don't see just like those names that'll make you be like, damn, no wonder they was top 3 in scoring defense. We can look at 24 now unless you
No, we Gucci. We can change the year and look at
So that to
2024.
me, based on just looking at it on the surface and the macro level, the helicopter view, the forest view, to me, that's impressive and big plus for McDermott.
All right, so let's move along. This is 2024. They did not have a double-digit sack guy in 2024. And remember, they only allowed about 21.7 points a game, some shit like that.
Right.
It was under 22 points a game.
Right.
Old Ad Von Miller gave him 6 sacks. Greg Rousseau gave him 8. AJ Epinesa gave him 6. Ed Oliver gave him 3. DaQuan Jones gave him 2.5. Let's look at these backers. Let's look at these cornerbacks.
Mm-hmm.
He's still playing a lot of Teron Johnson. Teron Johnson playing a lot, and I don't know this man. Christian Bedford. I think Christian Bedford is like their best corner.
And so we talking about round 4 and round 6 guys.
Mm-hmm. So listen, hey, I have a theory, and we haven't even looked at it yet. They probably struggle in the postseason because them niggas ain't talented.
Right. I'm not seeing stars, bro. I'm not seeing investment either.
Like that, and I'm super curious. Tre'Davious White.
And this year they was 12th in scoring defense, right? 2024.
Yeah, he said Tre'Davious White. What happened to Tre'Davious White? He was hurt.
Yeah, I remember he got hurt, and then I think he came back and played like he was hurt, and then I lost track of him.
Yeah, so it might be Tre'Davious White who's their primary corner right now, and he's old. I want people to remember Tre'Davious White is not a young man.
Yeah, he old. He old.
Matter of fact, I could streamline this real quick. Let me just see. Yeah, let me see how many games he's played these last 3 years. Let's see how many games my boy done played the last 3 years. Hold on now.
Boy was drafted in 2017.
Yep, he old man like Dak is.
God.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let's see the game log.
Boy, starting to look old.
Shit, he been looking like that. All right, let me see something. So that's
but on the surface, this is very surface. But on the surface, this is impressive.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Regular season. He played a couple games in 2024. So let's see. Oh, was he not there? He said previously with LA Rams acquired by Baltimore. I'm so confused. Hold on.
Now, to the people that's watching, this is what analysis is like. You go sometimes get in these periods to where you trying to find answers, and that's what Hen is doing. You know, just kind of combing through. He's combing through the athletes because we're looking at the roster and we're looking at this. How many points per game they allowed. Because so what this is doing in this analysis that we're doing is we're looking at the what, and now we also trying to look at the why, right? Mm-hmm. So if you look at the what, you say, okay, they was top 3 in scoring defense, and then you look at the players and you can say, but was this why? Was it talent, right? We haven't talked about scheme yet. We go talk about that. We go talk about, like, obviously disguise rates and different things like that. That me and Henny home, because when we're looking for a DC, we've been consistently talking about we want a modernized DC. So when you want a modernized DC, you want either a high blitz rate or you want a high disguise rate. Mm-hmm. People that don't show static looks, because that's what we came from with Eberflus. That's why we hate Ganon. That's why I'm leery a little bit of Jim Leonhard, because he's the lowest disguise rate in the whole NFL. So just so y'all know why he's looking this up and he's doing what we usually do in private and public, this is the thought process he's going through and I'm going through. I got a comment from Boot. He said, I wish he can bring him as DC, but I don't want a coach who go be here for 1 year. And I keep hearing people say that, man. I actually think opposite, bro. I think every one of us should want a coach to be here for 1 year. Because what does that say if a coach is here for 1 year and then immediately gone the head coach? You,
They damn good.
they damn good. That mean they turned this thing all the way around. They don't take you out the mud and make you again like Dan Quinn was unless you did a great job. Don't we want a great job?
Hell yeah.
Because I keep
Also,
hearing that. It's like that. It's like that's being echoed. It's like I don't care about continuity, man. I want somebody that's competent. I don't care about somebody being here because we could have had a lot of continuity under Eberflus. We would have been continuity bad.
yeah. 'Cause remember, continuity just means you kept something going.
Yeah,
You don't want to continue being ass.
yeah.
Also, about Tre'Davious White, so he only played for the Bills 4 games in 2023 and did not play for them at all in 2024 because he was with the Rams and the Ravens. So him coming in 2025. So really, Benford was their best corner
Okay.
for
Round
that time.
round four guy.
Yeah, Benford was their best corner because he only played 4 games and he wasn't there at all in 2024. So you got him this year. He played 16 games. I think he made a Pro Bowl selection. He had 10 passes defended. He had a bounce back year.
And
Speaking
then
of
we got
which,
us a question. He said, "Boss, I'm curious as to why they fell off in 2025. Can you look into it? We build into it."
yeah,
And so what he
we gotta
doing
look.
is,
We gotta look at 2025 right now.
yeah. So what we doing is we started because see, this is the thought process of Henny. He's looking at McDermott for every year he was calling a defense. So he started his dissertation with he's been the DC for the last 3 years. That's why he went back to 2023. So we building up to it, my brother.
And falling off is sort of harsh. They were 12th last year. They 12th this year. They only allowed 22.2 points per game.
We'll take that all day.
Yeah, like they ain't allowed shit. Like,
We'll take that all day.
and listen, we talk about Cleveland, what they did. They were a better defense than Cleveland. They were a better defense than the 49ers. I know they had all them injuries. They were a better defense than that Carolina team that shut us down. And listen, we were talking about getting Zach Orr. They were better defense than Zach Orr now.
Yeah, and see that you know what's amazing about this? Every one of them teams got way more talent.
So they out there playing the ghost of Joey Bosa and shit as they primary pass rusher.
Right. So to me, the numbers is telling me that he does a good job of getting guys to play together. Cause I'm not seeing talent. Cause I haven't looked at the roster of 20. You on 2025 now?
Yeah, I'm finna screen share.
So this tells me, and still we looking at this macro. When I say macro, that's looking at it from the top.
Yeah, the big
We
picture.
not into the details. The way that you get into the details usually is I usually try to bring in people that follow the team, like independent content creators, because see, Henny and I, we can go back 10 years to the Dallas Cowboys and not miss a beat. And most content creators can do that with their team. So to me, the way that we'll really, really learn McDermott, if he became available, would be to then just go find experts and then, ask them hard questions and kind of drill them down, situational questions that could make us get a better feel of McDermott.
I agree. And listen, if y'all like the content, please make sure y'all hit Boss Cash App, hit a super chat, hit mine. I'm never too proud to beg, especially on Martin Luther King Day, because I had a dream. I also had a dream. I had a dream that I could do content full time. I had a dream that I could do content full time with my brother Boss Cowboy. I had a dream the Dallas Cowboys will fix this defense. I had a dream, my brother. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, yes, indeed. So, I'm putting my cash up and pinning it, because neither one of us begging, we earning it, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is, most people don't do this type of stuff. Like, just being honest, like most people don't. To be honest, bro, most people done talking about shopping for DCs, right?
Hold on, we got tagged in some shit about some defensive coordinators by Hold on, cause I'm about to stop what I'm doing.
Hold on real quick, me too. So, but to explain, most people Yeah.
Super
And then
Blueberry.
B-Bird with the $2 super chat. He said, any DC that does a great job here is gone next year. It's like, yeah, I mean, and I want that. I honestly got,
Well, you see it.
Oh, they tagged us because they talk. He talking about the fan is talking about Donte. Clap it up! They finally talking about Donte. Thank God.
Look, hold on, don't clap it up yet till we hear what they say. If they
I mean,
say
you
something,
right. You right. You ain't damn. You right.
hell no. Hold on now. They might say some bullshit. We ain't finna clap it up for no baby back bullshit. Let's see what they
Hold on,
talking
I'm
about.
listening to it now. I'm listening. Hold on.
I'm finna share it on the screen.
You could post.
Yeah, I'm finna pull it up.
Yeah, post it. I want to hear this shit.
Don't worry, cause I already got my Twitter pulled up, so I can just click on it. Them niggas got me blocked too, so I'm glad that y'all be sharing me in it, cause I don't ever see it. I ain't gonna ever see it.
Nick Harris tweeted.
I didn't know you could play audio on here like this.
You didn't? Yeah.
I had no idea.
That's all you gotta
Nick
do.
Harris tweeted over the weekend, Cowboys Insider Forward Star Telegram, hearing some good reviews on the Cowboys interview from Donte Jones for DC. He impressed some people in the building. Efficient communicator, a big deal in this search. Confident in what he preaches. He's been the surprise of the search so far. Team now directing attention to Jonathan Ganon on Tuesday to start the in-person interviews.
And that's the thing, is that if Jim Leonard is part of this process, if they want to wait around and give it a chance to interview him or whatever else.
And remember, people think that John Harbaugh could be getting Leonard.
Yes, that could be the direction that it's going. If Leonard is somebody that they're waiting on, then I do think that
Listen, man, before they finish, that's what's so damn annoying. Can people understand why I'm annoyed? Now, this segment supposed to be about Donte, right? And what they just said about being impressed, and the immediately response was, if Jim Leonard is, God damn, can somebody get some coverage without Jim? You can play, bro.
I'm gonna actually need you to cook for 2 seconds. I need to return this phone call,
bro. Like, can y'all see it? It's like, can these candidates? They did Parker. I'm gonna be fair. They did Parker, right? They did Parker, right? They talked about Parker, right? Good. But what about Bullen? What about Bullen? Like, I want the fans to have true education on these DCs. And I'm just not seeing it. It's like, I'm just so tired. Like, this was to me a moment to where you get to talk about Donte. They said some was impressed. So let's talk about what they could have been impressed with. And immediately you talk about that it was reported that some was impressed. And then immediately it's if Jim, goddamn, bro. And oh man. And so, yeah, that's what's frustrating, man. And then, like, I'm not being dramatic. It's right in y'all face. And so it shows you, to be honest, the importance, honestly, and I'm just being honest, man. It shows you the importance of people who do content to win. It's important to have people that do content, because people that do content to win are going to do like what Henny is doing right now, where Henny called me this morning and he like, boss, it happened. McDermott is out. You know what I'm saying? And I predicted that was going to likely happen because I've been seeing the rumblings. We need to probably do a show now and go under the hood to kind of see, could he be a quality candidate for Dallas? So everybody know I've been pushing for Donte. Everybody know that I'm doing all this work to try to look at all the candidates, bringing in even independent content creators from these different teams that can give us more enlightenment on these guys, which has happened. I've changed from every one of the people that I've talked to, because I was high on Orr, but then I talking to the Ravens independent content creator, and he brought me back down to earth a little bit. I was high on Bullen. Then I talked to independent content creator for the Giants, and he also talk me down to earth with strength of schedule and opponents that was in the sample size of Bullen and those good macro numbers that he had, because he had good helicopter numbers, forest numbers. But then when you looked into the details, the micro, not the macro, looking at the micro, the details, he wasn't all that. But it's when we doing content to educate and learn so that we can know who to push for. And so, like he said, and it's sad because I want him to come back and finish playing that clip that we have the Cowboys literally saying they was impressed, and then immediately you read that, and then it's back to Jim. But if Jim don't, and fuck Jim, man. Listen, we know what's going on with Jim, bro. We know we gotta wait. We know it's gonna be about seeing if he get out of Denver. We already know they like him. Y'all told us that enough. We know that. All the thumbnails show that y'all like Jim. All you gotta do is go. Hey, can you finish playing that clip?
Of course, I got you, brother. Let me share this screen real quick.
Damn, man.
All right, let's start from right back here.
Thing is that if Jim Leonard is part of this process, if they want to wait around and get a chance to interview him or whatever else.
And remember, people think that John Harbaugh could be getting Leonard.
Yes, that could be the direction that it's going. If Leonard is somebody that they're waiting on, then I do think that this might be it in terms of the candidates that they're looking at. It might be those four. Because I don't think they're going to get any new fresh interviews in here in terms of like just a candidate we haven't even talked about yet. And it remains to be seen if they want to call back any of those others that they had virtual interviews yet for a in-person interview.
Well, people go say I'm crazy. If you go, let me see if I can share my screen real quick, bro, because I gotta show y'all, boy, this shit be crazy as hell, boy. Hold on real quick. Like, Henry done got me going, man. And then, I'm not, listen, bro. I'm not tripping, bro. I'm definitely not tripping, bro. Like, now people gonna be, boss, you know, man, Jim is a good candidate. He is a good candidate, but he's not the only candidate.
They want to get pregnant by Jim.
God damn it, God, bro. Bro.
Man, Jim put some dumb dick in their life, boy. They can't stop talking about Jim. God, dog.
Bro, that's shit.
And listen, I like Jim.
And I like Jim. And when we talk like this, you'll think we don't. But it's like, dog, it's more candidates than Jim and Parker, dog.
Talk about Donte, man. Talk about Parker. You know, talk about why you ain't reached out to Raheem Morris.
Right. Talk about Schwartz. It's like, damn, bro. Okay, we know y'all got the phone call that somebody likes him on the inside. We know Steven likes him. We get it. We know it. We understand. We get it. You're getting calls. We get it.
Steven like a lot of shit. Steven would have liked to kept the money and not got Deion Sanders. You know, like Steven would have liked to had seen Ryan Flournoy be wide receiver 2 this year. Like Steven like a lot of shit. That don't mean that we need to let Steven, feelings about shit shape what we should do.
Let me share my screen on this real quick, bro.
Go right ahead. I think you got a video up.
I did. You ain't got to play that video. I accidentally threw that in. I was testing my stuff. So, like, look, this coward deleted it because last night this dude said the only reason I like Donte over Jim, and he literally said that it was because Donte is black.
Correct.
So now that coward, because I called it out, now he wanted to delete it because now the post is from an account that no longer exists. You see what I'm saying? He said, y'all thought I was lying when I said these weirdos accused me of racism for liking Donte over Jim. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what they doing, bro. This is the Jim. And let me tell you something. All the people that usually accuse us for racism for liking Donte over Jim, they either racist or sambos.
Yeah,
you one of the two. You accusing us because you racist, or you accusing us because you a kiss butt. You a kiss butt sellout black dude. Because so once we start talking about actual credentials and resumes and receipts, and we showing the evidence, and this ain't just black people. I mean, white people that be on that. It's black people that have said that to me. Oh man, he said if it walk like a duck, it quack like a duck. You talking about because I'm just talking about the qualifications of a brother? And I ain't even mention race. I'm just talking qualifications where you seem like you like him because you're black, bitch. I'm talking about receipts. I'm talking about evidence. I'm talking about actual credentials. I'm talking about results.
Cause listen, if we just want to talk about black folks, we would have pumped up that side nigga from the Packers. I seen his resume and I immediately swiped left, like, get this nigga out of here.
As soon as y'all showed me his New England results, I didn't say a word about him, bro.
Exactly.
Because it's about results.
Listen, we doing a whole show talking about getting Sean McDermott, nigga. We did shows talking about getting Jim Schwartz. We did shows. We trying to win.
That's all it's about. Hey, this is a good time to plug what I got going. Can I plug that real quick and we'll get back to showing?
Yeah, man.
I got two things.
You got too much dope shit going on to talk about,
we
man.
Doing work. So at 6:00 today, I'm bringing on Laura Brunson because we doing work, bro. We continue the work of being thorough on these DC searches. All the accusations and all the weird stuff. All right, cool. But when we come down to it, we're doing the work. So at 6:00, I'm bringing on Laura Brunson, a guy that's infamous on Twitter. But to me, I ain't got no problem with him because he done helped me so many times on how to get bags. He actually showed me more love and how to get more money than even Cowboy content creators. And that's on everything. Like every time I talk to Laura Brunson, he telling me another tip on how to get more money without having to squeeze it out your audience, how to get more sponsors. And he done laced me, man. I put it like this. He done put $20,000 in my pocket.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So on just game, you know what I mean? Merch, all kind of game. So I know people hate him, but when a brother helping another brother, I hate your team. I don't hate Lord, And so Lord, because I've built a relationship with him now. I called him. I said, Lord, bro, I know you hate Dallas, but I need you. He said, what's up, boss? I said, bro, I need you to come give us what's really going on with Parker and what really happened with Ganon. And he said, bro, I got you. You know what I'm saying? And he coming on 6 just to give us information. It ain't about me helping him. He coming to help us, which is crazy as hell. So that's happening at 6. The next thing we got coming at 8 is we bringing on D. So D is the player that was coached by Donte at Hawaii. So we bringing him on, so that we can be thorough in this process. We trying to be as thorough as possible. That's why Hen did this show, bro. We could have sat on our hands today, bro. We really could have literally sat on our hands and say, bro, they at the end. Ain't no use of looking at McDermott. But Henny is trying to get this right. So he like, boss, let's get to work. And I'm like, damn, bro, I was cooking. He like, hey, we need to work. But because we on short notice, we don't have time to do our work in the private. We got to do our analysis right now in the public and then communicate what we seeing as we discovering it. So anyway, man, that's so yeah, 6:00, 8:00, keep your notifications on. If YouTube don't notify you, I will be there at 6. Y'all just come in the door anyway. And hit that like too on what we got going on, man. We cooking.
Yeah, hit the like, hit the share if you care, slap the shit out of Eagles fan, and then hit them cash apps and them super chats, man.
He said, how did he know Sean was gonna get fired? Like Henny right now the fastest trigger on Twitter, bro. Hands down. Like, I don't know how he do it. I'm still trying to figure out how he just go look at my intro, bro. Go look at my intro. Henny knew 3 minutes before Booker was officially drafted that he was drafted. I don't know how Henny do it. I don't. I'm still trying to learn his Twitter game. So he just in the space, I say everybody got their superpower. Henny's superpower is he the information guy, bro. That's his, he the guy. I don't know how he do it, bro, but he just be glued, and it don't be anything that even could be relevant to Dallas. Henny gonna be glued into it. So he knew because he was watching the rumblings of Buffalo, and so he equated that to Dallas just to be ready in case they fired him. It's called thinking ahead. any dope, bro. Period.
Hold on. And Star, I got what you sent me. I'm finna look through it. I'm finna look through this shit because she said that this is like regular and postseason defense metrics for the
She
season.
helping out on the thank you, Star.
She a trill.
Yeah, she trill. And all us be trying to race Henny. We do. Like when stuff break, we be trying to we be racing to see if we can get it in the inbox fast. We never beat them.
He said, I'm quiet on my sources. I just seen it, man. Like they've been talking about for a while now. They were talking about Shawn McDermott, being on the hot seat. There was articles, there were reports by reputable sources like Todd Archer and Rappaport. So like there was a whole bunch of rumblers like, hey man, like this is gonna have to be the year for them. Like God forbid they lose in the postseason, knowing that none of the other star quarterbacks are there, and then they turn around, they lost in the postseason with none of the other star quarterbacks being there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's still impressive by you though. Like still, I mean, it's super impressive by you because I know I keep up with the rumblers of Dallas. This is a good job by you of keeping up the rumblers around the league. You know what I'm saying? This just good work, man. You know what I'm saying? I know you're not selling yourself short, but damn, just excellent job. And then excellent job on being proactive on this, on how it could affect us, bro. Yeah, somebody, my F say, boy, that ninja quick to the draw. He is the fastest, bro. Listen, bro. I'm talking about the classic part of draft day was him looking at his phone and said, oh, and walking off. And that's when I knew it was Booker. I said, it must be Booker. I said, because that's the only thing that would have had to do that. And that was the dopest part of the draft when my dog walked off. That was dope.
Man.
But I want to read something, man.
Go right ahead.
He said, boss, we in trouble. No one touching Ganon. He's breaking case of emergency. Unfortunately, waiting on Jim may cost us a real DC and having to break that glass. I talked about that this morning, bro, on my morning video. See, that's why I say the people that follow us, man, they smart as hell, bro. Because that's what I fear. That right there is that we playing these games. We over here waiting on, we got Ganon and, we waiting and seeing. And then all of a sudden you get an announcement that Pittsburgh got Brian Flores, and then you get another announcement that Donte has taken the defensive coordinator job with Pittsburgh, and then you get another announcement that Jim has taken the job for New York, and then you get another announcement that Parker has taken a job at Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? And who you stuck with.
Yeah, I think the Bills were
and then they go turn around through their local media kiss asses and be like, these are the reasons why Ganon is good. And then what's going to happen is all the pom-pom optimism content creators who don't want to tell the truth, they going to want to sell you dreams because it's the off season. They going to want you optimistic. So what they going to do is they go talking about, well, Ganon could be better this time. And this is why. Remember, this is what happened when Dak played them. It's going to be all kind of bullshit.
Whole bunch of copium.
Yeah, copium. And then people that'll go out there and say, bro, this is some bullshit. They go say, man, y'all negative, man. Y'all need to just sit back and wait, man. That's why I hate content creators, because y'all think y'all know every damn thing, man. Y'all think y'all smarter than them, but y'all trying to be the smartest people in the room. It's like, bro,
shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you bitch ass niggas one. But listen, you ain't gotta watch my shithole ass nigga. You were putting yourself through this shit. You could keep scrolling, bitch. Like this content still finna get out there, nigga.
Right.
This content still finna get out there.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if you like what the fuck I'm doing, whole ass nigga. You don't pay 9 bill over here, bitch. Like, yeah, nigga. What the fuck wrong with niggas?
And they do that on boys' names, man. And see, I was thinking this morning here, I swear, bro, I was just thinking this morning because I'm already starting to see it start. I was like, damn, we are in the off season, bro. And in the off season, this is the time of illogical optimism. This is where it's going to be a whole bunch of pushing. This is where we can get at pick 12. This is where we can get at pick 20. Because all of that is about creating excitement. You know what I'm saying? It's that acting like the draft is going to solve it. It's like the draft. We're going to draft this guy and here we go. It's like, bro, no, bro. No. It's like you can't ignore whales, bro. You can't ignore Floruses, and you can't ignore You can't ignore Schwartz's and Morris's, and you can't act like you don't understand that McDermott might be a value, and then get one of these old washed up ass coaches in here that's unsullied. If you don't know what that is, that means you got your nuts cut. You got to know that from Game of Thrones. You unsullied, you ain't even got no nuts, so you coming in here and you showing deference like a little bitch. Like you over here, man. Jerry, the Jerry Jones, like don't get me started, man. Let's get back to McDermott, bro. These boy, man, you should have never played that kid. That put me in a bad mood, bro. I swear, bro. Like
it be like that though, man. But yeah, dog. And listen, when people say y'all think y'all the smartest in the room, bitch, we might be. You ever thought about that? You ever thought about that? You were in one class all goddamn day when you went to school. Now you grown and forgot that you read with your finger. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And see, what I noticed, bro, is a lot of people don't like people who go against the grain. And they take offense to it. It's like, bro, we not going against the grain because we trying to impress you. We going against the grain because we see it different than the craft, And but the worst part is they do that as we're making the case and showing our receipts. That's what's wild. Is that we'll show you the evidence and then they'll still be like, you think you smart. It's like, I showed you that Donte was sleeping in the car. I showed you that, dog. So when I say show me a candidate that slept, that was homeless twice the coach, they still get mad at you. It's like, bro, I'm not shitting on Jim, bro. I'm not shitting on Parker. I'm just waiting on somebody to show me more love for the game. And if you can't show me that, why can't I give a check mark to the guy and say he loves football more? If this guy slept in Chicago 10 degrees for 2 months in a 1988 car, bro, do you know what all of us would have? Henny, what would you have done if you were sleeping in the car for your job?
Boy, that would not be my job.
That wouldn't be my job. And I love football. I promise you, on day 3, I would have been like, hey, I got a scholarship to get a law degree. I'm taking that. He had a scholarship sitting right in the palm of his hand to go to warm LSU. Become a lawyer. You would have been a black man lawyer, which is dope. You feel me? Boy, if you ever, man, my partner is a lawyer. He ugly as hell. But as soon as he say he a lawyer in these streets, what happened here? Boy, he pull everything that be up in there. Everything. I'm attorney Chris. Boy, them girl, man, he married one of the baddest AKAs, and he looked like my foot.
Hey,
my bad. I got on the soapbox.
Nah, you good, man. You good. But nah, like to start point, like, hey, they were a bad team against the run. They were very bad against the run. But here's my counter argument to how bad they are against the run. Jordan Phillips at his big old age is not the same Jordan Phillips, that you built your defense around. Daquan Jones is a little bit long in the tooth. Ed Oliver rushed the passer. He got the Osa Odigizua disease. He gonna get you some sacks and some pressures. He a little iffy on that run. He gonna have if he did get the job.
Lou, what's up?
If he did get the job, Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark, and Osa, that's a better defensive tackle rotation than he had his time in Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Because real talk, Eberflus ass had a top 10 rushing defense once we got Quentin Williams.
Right.
And he was god awful.
Right.
So,
right.
I expect more of the same. Because
I'm sorry.
You good, brother? You good? Shout out to who?
No, I was gonna say shout out to Star, just because this is the type of work. It's the cross examination she doing. You see what I'm saying? It's the open cross examination. So she not over here glazing McDermott. She over here. Did y'all look at this? Right? Which gives us a chance to think it through, talk it through. Maybe it's a valid point. Maybe it's not. But people like Star get attacked. People like Henny get attacked. You know what I'm saying? People like me get attacked, and we showing receipts. Like if you can't see we be in front of all these DCs, bro, I don't know what to tell you. But nah, I agree with you on that, Henny. I think me and you could coach this front, bro.
Yeah, that's why I'm not super. Like I'm now. I'm not super big about a guy that's a expert in like defensive line and no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like my DC don't gotta be there. You can get me like a good defensive assistant to help coach up these edges. But you got Quentin Williams and Kenan Clark, and you got three $20 million a year defensive tackles. Like that's the strongest part on your team, and it might be the strongest room in the NFL. We just think about the overall talent of the defensive tackle room.
Yeah.
It might be the strongest in the league.
Yeah, and the league know that. And the way that you know the league know that, after we acquired Quentin Williams, look at how the offenses was even avoiding trying to run. Like all these teams started attacking the edges. They wasn't trying to just attack our corners. They were trying to avoid that middle. They already went into the game knowing that middle game ain't gonna work. Don't try it.
Try at your own risk. That's what they be saying.
Yep.
So I damn sure agree.
Yeah.
So let me see. Matter of fact, let me pull up something else before we get out of here. I want to look at their overall run defense the past couple of years.
Yeah. The thing that I also, man, we ain't got time to look at this. I would want to see how they drafted on defense overall.
Oh, that's simple shit. Hold on.
Yeah, where we look at 23, 24, and 25. We can do that last, because that would be quick. You're right. Because I just want to kind of, because that's going to kind of give me an indication on his maybe type of guys. You know what I mean?
All right, so let me see something.
One thing that I do like about McDermott, just on the surface, he seemed like he's a place of heavy competition. That part seemed like that fit shoddy, because he was high on White, and then when White started struggling, he wasn't high on him no more pretty quick. He didn't let him die a slow death like Dallas tends to do. You know what I mean? Where we'll keep up with our washed up players a little bit too long, especially when they was on the contract. Yeah, he said you need one more elite run specialist. Can't pull it all on cue. I agree. I was just talking, bro. Like, I know we can't coach that front. Like, listening to Donte talking about the 8 different types of fronts and the timing to use it. I'm a back end guy. I don't really know that. I don't really know how to use fronts to counter offenses and all that type of stuff. And I showed on no protections. Those are the things that Donte talked about that you got to know to be a quality DC. So now I was just talking on that this year.
All right, I'm going to stop sharing this
you
screen.
still need a coach for that front to this year point.
You do. But, but they ain't got to be the defensive coordinator's forte.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get somebody in here, like an improvement over White Cotton, because White Cotton, I think he did do all right with, like, the 5-man stuff and defensive tackle play, but I got some questions about why the fuck, Dante Fowler regressed and why Donovan Izaraku didn't really grow in terms of
that's
like
concerning.
Rushing the passer.
Yeah, under White Cotton. If White Cotton had them, and why was we seeing so much bull rush? We had somebody in the chat say, how do we fix the edges? See, it show y'all how smart y'all are, because we were just getting on that. I said if you get White Cotton, you got to bring in a defensive end specialist. Or we got to figure out was it scheme that was telling them to have as many bull rush. Me and Okoye talked about this morning, bro. Because everybody got questions on what happened to the breakdown of them edges.
Yeah, the Bills in 2023, they were only one step above us in rushing defense. So they were a middle of the pack defense. They were like the 15th ranked defense or some shit like that.
This 25?
23.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, literally, they were the 15th ranked defense in the NFL in terms of rushing defense. They gave up, let me look at that. They gave up 1,880 yards, 4.6 yards per carry, and they were tied with us with rushing touchdowns allowed with 14. So they were average. They were at average run defense in 2023. Remember, that's the first year he started calling the defense. All right, 2024. Let's see what the rushing defense look like there. Let's get this shit organized. All right, now it's in lowest to highest. Let's see. Let's see what this nigga is. Oh, they're fairly high on it this year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
On run
7,
defense?
8, 9, 10, 11. They were the 12th best run defense in 2024.
Can we look at their roster?
Yep, let's compare it. Because I think we already had that one pulled up, so it shouldn't take too long to get back to it. NFL.
And yeah, and what we doing just because it's gonna be awkward silences on the show like this. Because see, Henny and I are doing. We looking under the hood raw. Because usually this type of stuff you do before a show, right? You do your analysis before the show, then we come back to present what we found. The time is so much of the essence. We don't have time to do that. We like, let's just go live and do the whole thing like a real analysis of a coach live. So it's like y'all watching us basically cook, you know, in terms of sausages. This is sausage making, you know what I'm saying? It's ugly, it's boring. It's, you know, but this is the work. So this is the type of work Henny will put in behind the scenes, or I'll put in behind the scenes. I do like doing it like this because we transparent. You know what I mean? It's transparent. We can fumble doing it like this. We could drop a ball doing it like this. You know, we can miss something doing it like this. But this is real, man. I'm loving this.
Real shit.
But so far though, on the surface, I'm liking McDermott, and I'm saying that on the surface, he definitely should get a call.
This was his defense in 2024. AJ Epinesa, Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones, Greg Russo, Terrell Bernard, Dorian Williams, Rasul Douglas, Christian Benford, DeMar Hamlin, Taylor Rapp, Teron Johnson. Primary guys. Then, of course, you know, Jordan Phillips eventually got back over there with him. Because that was 2024. But these
I like
guys.
this coming, man. He said McDermott has too much to lose in coming to Dallas. If he sits out the year, another head coach will be available. I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
But we looking at him anyway.
Like, just in case. Because they'll call about it.
Yeah, because you never know if he might want to check right now.
Because listen, they ain't got to tell Shotty what they paid that man. If they get this nigga $6 million to come over here and be a defensive coordinator, tell me a man that's gonna turn down $6 million and you get to entice him with 2 first-round picks, and you get to entice him with over $100 million worth of cap spaces. You can, you know, then put on the defense.
Yeah,
you know?
Good point.
So like you can talk. If you were a good salesman, you can talk that man into a year of being a Dallas Cowboys DC.
Great point. I think McDermott gonna be a head coach this year.
It's possible. There's a lot of open jobs.
It's too many openings, and he only available because of crybaby Josh Allen. That's the only reason available. Like, he would be that trash that any team would covet. Because it looked like he doing a lot with little to me. We looked at 3 years of the talent that's on his defense, and I have not been impressed with the quality. Not 1 year. I have not looked at it and say, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like I would the Browns or I would the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee if we clicked on most of them dudes ain't top level draft season. You know what I mean? You know, which is saying that it's more unit ball, and somebody say only 1 year.
Hey, that 1 year could change your life.
Yeah.
We just listen. We just need one Super Bowl run. We get one Super Bowl run. Like shit, we gotta blow this shit up anyway.
Yeah.
That getting older. You know, you got a bunch of high contracts. Like, nigga, it's gonna be these next couple of years are bust anyway. Push your chips into the middle of the table. Like, I am so committed to this shit. If we go to the Super Bowl with Shawn McDermott, then he goes somewhere else.
Cool with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. And then I'm doing the same thing next year. Who's the defensive-minded head coach that's finna get fired? Your ass, my DC. I will go, like, listen, if Raheem Morris sit out this cycle, I'm going Sean McDermott, Raheem Morris, motherfucking me, Jim Schwartz, because, the fucking Browns will be sorry by then again. Like I'm going all former head coach, Super Bowl caliber DCs at that moment. If I gotta just swap them out every year, fuck it.
Yeah. And somebody said, yeah, I listen, y'all. If any one of our coaches is hired after a year, that means we had a great season, y'all. So the question is, do you want the great season or do you want the continuity?
Cause y'all listen, continuity is some shit you talk about when you got a quarterback on a rookie deal and you have no aspirations for competing right now. If you're in a rebuild and you just want somebody to help you draft and develop guys and get them up to speed, and you don't really have the thought process that you're going to be able to compete for a Super Bowl in the next couple of years, that shit cool. But if you got a quarterback that's on a timer, you got some contracts that's on a timer, you
got to be aggressive.
You got to be extra aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah. And somebody said, boss, I'm impressed with the players Jim got, but the community is sold on him. And listen, man, Jim, this is what really made me like Jim. What really made me like Jim is when Sean Payton promoted him to assistant head coach after 1 year. Mm-hmm. That told me he's special. Because, see, Sean Payton is like old school. He not gonna do no nepotism type of stuff, bro. He don't do that. Like, he the guy that drafted Ingram in the first round, but still had an undrafted free agent running back getting more reps than him, bro. You see what I'm saying? Because with Sean Payton, he old school. He all about who the best man, and I don't care where you was drafted. He one of the few that don't really care where you was drafted. It's all about results with Sean Payton. That's why Denver doing what they doing.
You remember when he cussed out Reggie Bush's agent, told that nigga, I'm drafting you. I'm drafting him anyway. Shit, what you talking about?
Right. Sean Payton one of them, bro. Like, he's a no nonsense. If you ain't got that salt, he ain't promoting you. So that part is what made me love Jim. At the same time, we also have to, recognize that we don't know what he is. Mm-hmm. We just don't know. Just like I don't know what Donte gonna be. I know he's gonna be multiple, but I don't know what he is. So I'm not gonna act like he don't come with risk. But I do recognize that it's something to him. If Sean Payton wouldn't have promoted him like that, I would have been like, bro, I would have been like, man, shut up. And then another reason why the fans are so high on Jim is because the fans are going to be high on what's marketed the most. Because that's why the fans are right now high on Parker. They don't know Parker, bro. Now you got all these people. I like Parker. I think Parker. My top two is Parker. And if I say, what has he done? He created 3 All-Pros. Okay, does he know the front end? I don't know. Was he ever DC? I don't know. What was his tree? I don't know. Then why your favorite?
They told me it was good.
They told me it was good. I'm keep hearing his name, and it's like, but and then so when you come over here, we go look at that. We go look at, is he prepared for the front? We go look at, what was his tree? We go look at, let's go listen to him, right? Let's go listen to him coach, right? We looking at all of that. You see all the analysis, and we just getting started on McDermott. I guarantee you this is just the initial part. If McDermott was a candidate, this would be the initial part we would be doing, just preparing for a show. Because see, I know what I would do, and I know what Henny would do. This would be step 1. Step 2 would be, let's go listen to him. Let's go hear him mic'd up. Let's go break everything, because I'm doing that on Parker right now. So when I do the show this evening, I'm gonna show Parker talking. I'm gonna show him where he was going back and forth with AJ Brown in practice. I'm gonna show where he customized his technique for his players. I saw that.
Stood out.
And it stood out.
Salute to Adam on your end. Cuz said Donte served under Raheem would be an uncanny duo.
Boy.
Said we ain't interview Morris. He looking at DC jobs. Yes, he actually is looking at DC jobs, and we still ain't interviewed Morris.
Yep, it's a shame.
And listen to y'all point, because I seen that y'all were talking about Matt Patricia. They ain't looked at anybody at the college level. They ain't even thought about the process of bringing anybody up from college. They don't want you if you ain't coach at the NFL level. Look like. So even like the defensive coordinators for Indiana and Miami, both of them will be good prospects. They don't want that. Matt Patricia, #1 defense, they don't want that. Wade Martindale, what he did in Michigan, they don't want that. You know what I'm saying? They got a type. Their type is NFL coaches. So why they said wide net, but they didn't tell you which river they were fishing in. They fishing at the Chattahoochee.
Right.
You want fish.
At the ocean.
Yeah, you want
whales.
You want saltwater fish. They ain't say that. They ain't say they going saltwater fishing or deep sea fishing.
Right.
Nigga, I live in Arkansas. They fishing around here.
Right. They
you can get some catfish, nigga. We're gonna have some good ass fillet.
Yeah, this is catfish.
Yeah.
This ain't whales.
It's
ain't crab.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be delicious. We're gonna fry you up.
Oh, it's gonna be good. We go.
But you ain't sport. You ain't sport fishing. You ain't out there trying to get tuna. Niggas don't know how big tunas are. Like you fuck around, and die trying to catch a tuna. They don't know how big tuna really is. They see it in a can. Like, oh man, this thing.
It's good.
It's good. Put on a sandwich. They don't know that tuna's gangster.
Yeah. Great analogy, bro. Great analogy. Yeah. I mean, we definitely didn't see fish.
Yeah, but I think we said enough, man. It's been over an hour.
Yeah, man. Good. So let's ask the question: is he worth the call?
Yeah, he's up there because as a defensive coordinator, he took a team to a Super Bowl. He was the defensive coordinator when Cam Newton went to the Super Bowl. Right, that defense was gangster. He's been calling plays the last 3 years. All 3 years they have been better than what the fuck we have been.
Yeah, with less.
Like they didn't have a marquee pass rusher like Michael Parsons. They didn't have a marquee defensive tackle like Quentin Williams. They didn't have an all-pro corner like Trayvon Diggs or DeRon Bland. They had better safeties because everybody's safety is better than ours, but that's neither here nor there. But point being, without some of the big money positions, not amazing cornerbacks, not amazing pass rushers. Ed Oliver is a good DT, but like I said, he's not a great run defender. So I think he definitely elevated, some guys over there. But we'll get if it moves forward, I'll look at some film. If they say hey, they call him in, I'll look at the film.
Yeah, I would say he's definitely worth the call. He's a whale, and he doesn't fit the category of failed coach. He's a fire coach. It's a difference between a failed coach and a fire coach. He's just a fire coach. So this would be a sneaky last minute. Well, do I think Dallas go do it? Nope. They hunting in Arkansas. They fishing in like Hen say they fishing in his backyard. So
just seen him out there.
Yep, it's just what it is. But the thing I feel good about is I know that at the end of this process, I'm gonna sleep good because I know I put in the best I could on education myself, the fans, fairness, and everything to try to do what I could within my power to try to get us what we need to help us get over. Yeah, I mean this. We should be upset. A lot of people not upset. But I want to really understand what Jerry and them doing right now. They know that they had an MVP season with Dak. They know that they got a high-powered offense that just need maybe a few more tweaks. They know all that, and they know all they got to do to be major contenders is to go all in on their defense, and they still playing around. This is not like serious moves. These are good moves. But these are not like aggressive championship moves. They're not. Could we get lucky with this?
Possibly.
Yeah. Because, I do believe that God liked the Cowboys, man. I stand on West Coast with that. West Coast said that I stole that from him because we get lucky so many times, bro. We get so lucky, We got lucky with Dak. We got lucky with Romo. We got lucky with Micah.
Mm-hmm.
Our goofy ass moved down.
Philly could have
snatched him. Yeah, Philly could have snatched him. So So could it work out? Yeah. Are they smart?
No.
I say yeah. I say they smart. I just think they ego fucked them up. I think they smart. If they really locked in and was like, okay, we not for it. We gonna stop fucking around. I think Dallas could do it. I think they could do it if they just was like, we gonna stop playing. We gonna stop the politics. We gonna stop with all of that. Oh, Dallas could do it. It's just they not doing it because I don't think they get the pressure and the joint pressure from us enough. That's my final word.
Yeah, man. My final word is this. Fuck Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it could be Shawn McDermott. It could be Jim. It could be Donte Jones. It can be Christian Parker. It could be a lot of guys, and I can sleep all right. I can find a way through it. It just can't be Jonathan Gannon. That's the simplest thing the Dallas Cowboys can do. Only thing you got to do for Henry the Moore is not sign Jonathan Gannon. I will give you flowers because you cast a wide net. You interviewed. Like they literally interviewed the most guys in team history for the defensive coordinator search. Like there had never been a search this extensive in Dallas Cowboys history. Just based on the number of interviews and guys that they brought in. They're doing due diligence. They not talk to all the niggas I want, but this is triple really the amount of guys that they looked at last year, and still can add more names to that. So just don't hire Jonathan Gannon. That's all you got to fucking do, because I am going to come on this bitch and rain down fire, hell, and brimstone upon your ass if you fuck up and you hire this nigga. I really ain't got nothing else to say. I ain't got time to play, man. You finna waste my quarterback's career.
Yep.
You finna have. Listen, people laugh at the Green Bay Packers because they only got 2 Super Bowls between Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. They laugh at them for that. Look, you wasted 20 years of Hall of Fame quarterback play to get 2 rings. They say that shit. You're on the verge of wasting 20 years of all-pro quarterback play, and them bitches got 4 playoff wins between the 2 of them. Get your shit together, Dallas. Get your shit together, man. We can't play like God is going to punish us one day and stop giving us good quarterbacks. They're gonna give you a quarterback that's really as bad as you think Dak Prescott is.
Woo, boy.
He gonna actually be all there. He gonna actually suck. He actually ain't gonna see the field, and you gonna miss that nigga. You gonna be holding a picture of Dak Prescott, playing "I'm coming to you, baby. I miss you." It's too late now. That nigga on somewhere else, winning playoff game with a different team, like every other player that leaves Dallas. So get shit together. Don't fuck up the DC search. That's my final word. We out.